What is up, everybody? Skratch coming up with another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we got Ash on the channel. What's up, Ash? How you doing, buddy?
Skratch AK-47, I'm doing great, my friend. Thanks for having me on. It's been a while. It's been a minute.
Absolutely, it's been quite a bit. Guys, make sure you guys head over and check out his channel. We actually dropped a video there as well. Today, we're gonna talk about 3 things that we would change in Raid if we would have the power. So this is not gonna be a rant. It's not gonna be any sort of complaints about how the game is, but are a few things that we would change if we would have the possibility, right? So I feel like last year or something like this, we've done a video with a lot of other content creators where we kind of like covered a bit this topic in more details, you know? So it's time to revisit it. Like, we had quite a few things changing in the game. We haven't talked about this subject in quite a while, so I feel like it's definitely a good topic right now. Ash, what do you think? If you would have the power to change 3 things, what would be the very first thing you would change in Raid? Either to improve it or to, I don't know, surprise us, you know?
Change Raid to 100% free to play. That's it, man. I'm just joking. Within reason here, I agree. Like, this is, it's been a while since we revisited this topic. I'm just going to start with the new feature, I guess, and that is the Awakening and the Altar of Souls, and whatnot, and the Soul Stones. Listen, man, on my main account, sure, I have like almost every champion, so it's not that much of a pain. But it's really a combination of the cost of everything is so extraordinarily high to me. Like, look at their Ghostborn right there. I mean, golly, dude. All I'm saying is that the cost is a little bit high, right, as it scales. But primarily, especially on my free-to-play, on my mini account, dude, like, they need to get rid of pulling champions you don't have. There is nothing more annoying than like, oh, wow, I finally have an Immortal Soul Stone. But then there's like a, 2% chance you're even going to have the champion that you pull, right? To me, the wish list either needs to be like 20 times chance, not a 2 times chance, or it just needs to be you can't pull champions that you don't have.
I totally agree with you on this. So I've actually purchased a couple of Soulstone packs the other day. They had a much better offer than usual, you know. I went in, I think I had like around 170 Mortal Stones, and I had 15 or something like that of the Immortal ones. And I went straight to the wish list, kind of like explaining 2x chance is nothing. It's like it doesn't even exist. If you're comparing it with a 10x chance on a normal summoning session, just think of how bad the 10x is and then think of a 2x instead. Is awful, okay? And I totally agree with the idea of not pulling for champions that you don't have, you know? Like, I actually pulled for a few of them. Like, you see, I have a Haprak here. I have a couple of others that I don't have. I have Mighty Uko. I just haven't summoned the champion yet. I might never get a champions to use it. And how you mentioned, we do have very advanced accounts. It's a bit different. But when we're talking about other accounts, a lot of people will just have a couple of Soulstones and will be like, yeah, 95% chance I'm going to pull a champion that I don't own. And it's definitely very disappointing to engage into a system like this. So I would like to see the cost reduced a bit for the merchant, or improve the rewards you're getting from the dungeon instead. Like, give us coins and essence at the same time. Don't make us pick in between one or the other, because it's RNG anyway. And it's definitely gonna be pretty hard. You asked me about how I have 114 of that currency, because I opened all the soul stones, and instead of purchasing more with the coins, I stopped myself and instantly transferred them to essence instead, so I don't get tempted to play around with more stones. You know, so I just transfer them.
Okay, so we agree on that. That's cool. And they could also just bump the rewards quite a bit. If they don't want to, change it so where we can't pull champions we don't have, they could just make it so the rewards for selling ones that we don't have are way better. You know,
are very low yet to talk about.
Yeah,
that.
It's like, okay, all right. So what do you have for your first thing?
For my first thing, this is gonna be a bit more towards endgame, guys. So don't judge on me. We do need a voice for endgame players too. But basically, is the Platinum Arena reset time. This was meant to be the year of PvP. I know a lot of things happen in the world that changed all this. Is understandable, but changing the arena reset time, it needs to happen in a way or another, man. Like, it's been over 3 years. Dude. Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad for us Europeans, you know. It's not bad for us.
I was gonna say, like, you should want it to stay the same, man. I hate it.
It's not bad for Australians, but for you guys in the USA and other places in the world, having arena reset at 3-4 a.m. in the morning and having that once a week only. So basically, there are people playing this game and never have the chance to experience an arena reset. Like, to go and do, I want to play arena today, you know, like, let's have some fun, because everybody's playing arena during reset, the last 15-20 minutes. That's unfortunately the way it works in the game. But I wish they would either rotate the reset every now and then, you know, either just make another reset that's suitable for the rest of the world, kind of try to find a common ground and have 2 weekly resets. You know, the rewards are not amazing from Arena anyway, like you're barely getting anything. I would just wish to see some sort of changes, a leaderboard for Platinum Arena, something that will actually just show us that they care a bit about this part of the game too, you know.
Totally agree with you, man. I have only stayed up one time. I think it's 3 or 4 a.m. depending on the daylight savings time for me, and it was like, you know, it felt like I was making a big sacrifice to experience like the one competitive element of the game in terms of PvP. So I totally agree, and it's I mean, just change it up. Just change it up, you know. My next one is going to be kind of an old school issue that is probably not going to surprise any of your viewers. Dude, what kind of a video game has something that is imperative to progress that you cannot get without spending money? It's the dirtiest thing of Raid Shadow Legends, and that is legendary skill tomes. Listen, I know you can get them through like advanced quests, through the bazaar, through clan boss, but that's RNG related and or takes you forever to get one book. So yeah, there's got to be a way to farm pages similar to how we farm masteries by vis-a-vis scrolls. Let's farm pages of a like, I would you know, awakening and all that stuff is cool. I think that, you know, even though I have my gripes with how it all works, I think it was a pretty cool update. It was an unexpected update. I like it. However, boy, if that dungeon, instead of being Iron Twins, was a way to farm books, that would have been amazing, you know, to auto battle grind overnight and you wake up with, you know, half of a legendary book or a legendary book or two. That would be fantastic. It doesn't make any sense to me, Skratch, that you can pull a legendary, that you can go for a fusion, you can go for a fragment summon, and then it's just like there's no way other than to say, here's $100 to book up that champion and take full advantage of that champion. There ought to be a way. And yeah, that's all I got. Rant over.
Absolutely. Just considering that there's so many champions in the game. If there would be like 20, 30 champions only, then I would understand. Yeah, they need to be rare because if not, you're going to complete this part of the game and you're going to get bored after. When there's so many champions that require them in order to kind of like bring them to their full potential, to really experience the game, because that's the reason why we're playing games. Experience, right? In a way or another. So it's definitely something that they need to address a bit. And unfortunately, from what I understood the last time when they kind of like covered this topic, I'm not sure if it was in one of your interviews with Cyrilla, actually.
Yeah, they said it's not going to happen. They said there's no plans, immediate plans, right?
Yeah, because they check their statistics and people have books. So I feel like what they're doing, instead of going and saying, okay, we check the statistics and out of everyone's accounts, right, they have 100 legendaries and only 5 of them fully booked. They haven't chose the statistic like this. They basically what they've done, sorry, because I'm kind of like getting mumbled a bit here. They looked at how many books everybody has saved up, you know? So if people have 5, 10 books saved up, they're like, oh, people don't need books. They have plenty of books
use
saved
your
up.
Books.
Exactly. So that I feel like that's kind of like how they approach the whole situation here, you know?
Yeah, it's just weird to me, man. It's like, yeah, I don't know. I kind of understand to an extent, you know, that you don't want to just overflood the market, but you know, even if it's a grind, just give us a way to farm them, or you know, outside the box, give us a way to, you know, sell or pay silver, even if it's a lot of it, or gems, even if it's like 150 gems like masteries to reset to get all the books out of a champion. You know, maybe you get a champion who's a lot better. I know that, you know, the cost might have to be very high economically for that to work, but, you know, I don't know. There ought to be something, you know, so that's my number 2.
Definitely. They can definitely do some work in there. I'm going to go with the old crappy market. Like
the market.
The old market right here. I feel like the merchant got bored and he deserted the market, right? Because there's nothing to sell in here. I wish they would adjust a bit this. Like, I feel like
you purchased 2 things in the market today.
Yeah, I'm getting
what was that?
Mystery shards, yeah.
Oh, wow, dude.
And
You're
actually,
hardcore. Why are you buying mystery shards, dude?
Just for champion training tournaments like the Kreese one and this sort of things to have food, you know?
Okay.
So here, actually, I purchased an ancient shard today as well. So every month, every month, the best thing that you can get out of this market, if you're new to the game and you had no idea, every month, starting on the very first of the month, you're gonna have the RNG of dropping a sacred shard. You can purchase a maximum of 5 ancient shards from the market for 30 days. I wish they would actually bring in some better stuff. Gear-wise, you can't really get anything. If you're getting lucky once a year to pick 1 or 2 good pieces of gear out of here, 5-star, you're gonna get lucky. I feel like this market should kind of like evolve the more advanced you are in the game, you know? And evolve with your account. and give you better stuff to buy. Let me buy a Chaos Ore every now and then. Let me buy a Skill Tome. Let me buy a rare champion, you know, like...
Dude, let me buy a legendary skill tome.
Exactly. Even that, yeah,
like,
man.
Even if it costs 50 mil or whatever it is, like, give us the option, you know? Like, I agree. Make it a little bit more compelling.
Yeah, 100 gems, 200 gems for a legendary skill tome once a month, twice a month, you know, like, just bring in some better stuff. I do think that they mentioned they are planning to improve the market by 2025, if I'm not mistaken. I do hope it's gonna happen a bit earlier.
Are you joking?
I was just being sarcastic there.
You said it with such a straight face, and I'm like, did they really say that? Okay.
It definitely
Sounds
feels
good.
like it, yeah. But yeah,
Sounds good. I agree. That's a good one, though. That's a good one. The market could use a little bit of a revamp. I'm going to add to that. I don't know if I'm the minority here, but your viewers might hate this, but I wish they would give us the refresh button on the token trader in the Guardian ring. You know what I'm talking about? Like, let's refresh, like, pay a little bit to refresh those champions, you know?
Like,
I want different options, you know? I know that it's not super popular, you know? It's like the last thing you're probably going to want to do is be trading in your champions. You're probably going to want to empower them or use them for faction guardians first. But still, like, it'd be cool if there were, like, more compelling options there. If you know, I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I actually, I'm going to admit it. I forgot about the Guardian Ring token trader at the start of the video.
Yeah.
But you just lighted up a fire in here. So I totally agree, man. Like, I knew when they announced it that is going to be a problem if they're not making a rotation system for the champions, you know? Like, I don't know what statistics they pulled out to come and say that these 6 champions are the champions least owned on players' accounts. Don't tell me that more people own a Sifi than a Minaya, or more people own, I don't know, like a Kymar more than a Foley. This is just total BS from their side. So I would definitely like to see this changing every now and then. I don't know, rotated every 2 months. Randomly leave the champions to go in RNG, put a price on all of them, and just let it go. You know, like...
Yeah, because, like, let's put it this way, man. Like, on my free-to-play account, right, it's like I got very lucky with legendary pulls. I probably have, like, 5 or 6 that I can't even build because it goes back to, again, everything goes back to the skill tomes, right? I can't even upgrade them even if I did, right? So maybe if there was a super compelling champion, it might make sense to trade them in. Even on my mini account, it might make sense to trade them in for a, like, beast of a champion who can help me now, you know? Since I don't have the resources to upgrade them anyway. But anyway, sorry, I'm adding extra things here. Is it my turn or is it your turn?
I think it's your turn now, yeah, actually.
All right, well, this one's very short then. Ever since the Soul Stones got added to the game, I'm not sure if you noticed this, Skratch, but and the ores, right? Soul Stones and ores, they've replaced the rewards in a lot of these tournaments to be a lot less compelling, you know? They've replaced Soul Stones for shards and stuff like that. Oh, man. Or in legendary skill tomes as well. So I feel like, and this is a little anecdotal, I haven't actually done the research, but I feel like they took away some of the best rewards, you know, out of these tournaments and replaced them with these overpriced mortal soul stones and whatnot. So I would like them to maybe up the caliber a little bit of our tournament rewards.
I totally agree. I feel like the rewards that you're getting out of an event, a tournament, are very, very meh. You know, like, oof, it's nothing amazing. Yeah, you're getting an epic skill tome at 7,500 points in a champion training tournament.
Yeah,
Couldn't that be something better? You know, like, they definitely need to adjust a bit this. I feel like they took some good rewards. They tried with the Chaos Ores, but only 5-star Chaos Ores. Like, in this case, they removed the legendary skill tome for a Chaos Ore. So, yeah, definitely they need to step it up a bit and just add more rewards, because at the end of the day, people are playing constantly the game. Like, if you're just upping a bit the rewards, it's not like the end of the world here, you know. People are still gonna grind it daily. Just they're gonna grind it even more because I can get more rewards, you know. So they're gonna wanna do it more. I feel the same, yeah.
Cool.
Talking about that, because I'm gonna talk about rewards now as well. And
nice, even more rewards.
Exactly. I'm gonna head to one of the most end game content in the game, and that's Hydra, right? Like, think about all the work you gotta do. You need 18 champions to do Hydra on a rotation. If you're thinking about every single rotation, you might need more than 18 champions to replace every now and then. And what are you getting out of it? Some of the teams can work full autumn. Some of the teams cannot. you're gonna have to invest time to do it. And when you are thinking about the reward, so if I'm doing normal, as an idea, okay, if I'm doing normal Hydra, I'm getting pretty much 1 to 2 stones, mortal stones, and the gear. I'm not getting more fragments for Mitrala once that's done, but I'm still getting clan experience even though my clan is maxed level, as an idea. Then if I'm going all the way up to Nightmare, I'm still getting 1 to 3 stones. If we're talking about the new thing added to the game, no more fragments, still getting XP and gear, and you're still getting the weakest version of the stones. This doesn't make any sense. Like, I'm doing 3 difficulties every week, and mainly I'm getting 1 stone per chest, including from Nightmare, including from Heart or normal. No matter what I would farm, I'm still getting 1 stone. I feel like they definitely need to up a bit the rewards, maybe for Brutal, for Nightmare, where they're giving us the next version of the stones, increase a bit the drop rate, and maybe just take, if not the stones out, and give us another champion like Mitrala, you know, or do
yeah. It's because when you factor in Mitrala, we talked about this on my channel, right? It's like that's one of the best champions in the game. So the rewards are on point, they're amazing. But once you get her, it suddenly goes from like one of the most crucial areas to devote your time and your resources and your energy to building these teams, to like, for me at least, it's like, okay, hope I can get a good stone skin piece. Like, that's all I really care about, And that sucks, considering it's a weekly thing that, to your point, you have to build 3 separate teams of 6 champions for, and it takes forever, like it's a long battle. Compared to Demon Lord, where we get to attack, 2 different difficulties a day or whatever, use our keys, and we get legendary skill tomes, sacred shards, avoid shards. I mean, that is what I'm talking about, Why can't they just add some similar type rewards, like even shards, to the mix?
Yeah, they're trying to kind of like do the same thing with the soul stones, to replicate the shard system and give you that sort of dopamine, but it's not the same,
Not the same.
Not getting skill tomes either is not the same. So I would definitely love to see a bit of an improvement on the Hydra rewards ASAP,
Same, man. Same. I think that we're in full agreement here, Skratch, on all these improvements.
And I think we left a little bonus one for the end, guys, because silver is still a massive issue. Remove the costs for removing gear, basically. That would be the perfect thing. Most of the games don't have this, man. Like, it's so strange to have it, I don't get it.
Yeah. At the very least, give us, I don't know, a rotating day that we can have, or something
free,
like that. But yeah, I agree. Silver, I mean, it's obviously my own fault, and I'm sure a lot of people are in the same boat, but ever since they added that instant upgrade, silver's been a massive problem for me.
I know, man.
I feel like you can auto farm like all night, overnight, and then like all it takes is literally 5 seconds. I'm not complaining about the instant upgrade. I love it. But it takes like 5 seconds. You're like, I'm broke again, So yeah, I hear you there. I hear you.
I feel like the silver just disappears when we have this on. Like, you just click on one. I'm just gonna do a random piece now, but you have 916, right? And then you click that and it's gone. A lot of times you see 2 million disappearing for a piece and you're like, oh my god, what just happened?
You are silver rich, man. Golly.
I used to be. Now I'm getting poorer and poorer every day because I'm not really farming dungeons anymore. But I used to sit at 3 billion before, and now it just went down a lot, you see.
I'm just gonna say that you have like literally 8 times the most silver I've ever had on my account. I earn it and I burn it, baby.
I'm right behind you, because now I'm not earning it, I'm just burning it. So I'm definitely gonna be close to you pretty soon. But yeah,
all right, man.
This is pretty much what we would like to change in the game. There are definitely many other things that you could change in the game, but I feel like to bring the game to a nice experience for the player base, this would be some pretty essential things to be adjusted. Let us know in the comments down below what other things you would like to change, guys. We definitely want to hear your thoughts as well on the matter. And that was all for this video. Appreciate all of you guys watching. Much love, Ash. A pleasure to have you on the channel, brother. And I'll catch you all soon in the next one. Peace.